you're someone who's thinking about getting into the world of Gunpla building. You may have seen it online, or you may have witnessed it in person, or generally you have now encountered maybe a new subsection of a hobby that you're into, and you've kind of overlapped into the Gunpla territory and you're not really sure where to start. This video is crafted in a way to help inform you of some of the things you may want to know when jumping into the hobby itself, and just general advice or tips that you may find helpful or you may just not need. But generally it's just a video for beginners who are now getting into the hobby and just want to know what they can do to kind of get themselves ready for basically this whole new big hobby as it's standing at the moment. So Gunpla is a plastic mecha model kit where you will find colored sprues within the kit that you will cut out and you will put together. These are all snap fit kits, with some exceptions of some older kits requiring maybe some screws. And basically it is a very, very big hobby that is now reaching worldwide and becoming more popular by the day. And I'm going to go over the different scales and what you should know. So when it comes to Gunpla scales, there are different scale groups that you can find, which are 1 to 1/44 scale, which they incorporate high grades and real grades. You also have 1 to 100 scale, which count for master grades and for mechanics. Then we have the grade up from that, which is perfect grade. Now those kits are 1 to 60th scale kits, which are basically the magnum opus of the Gundam building experience. Now, when it comes to kits that you might see the most often, those would more likely be high grades, which are kits like this. For example, this is the high grade Dantalion from Iron-Blooded Orphans, and it is a very, very, very good high grade. But basically on the boxes you will find a stamp on it that says either MG, HG, PG, and they will determine what the size of the kit actually is. So for people who may be really new to this hobby and you don't really know where exactly what grade you want to jump in at, any grade is fine, to be honest, and it's all just a learning experience. But Bandai have been pushing for this entry grade line, and it's basically this line of similar to high grades, where they are on the scale that you can find with a normal high grade, but their build process is a little bit simpler for people who want to get into Gunpla building and they don't really feel comfortable in the fact that there are maybe too many parts on one kit, or the detail may be a bit much on this kit or that kit. So this is a good kind of segue into kind of joining that kind of Gunpla sort of training, as it were. But more often than not, you're going to find yourself completely fine with any high grade kit, with the exceptions of some that may be a bit more on the complicated side, but more often than not you're going to find yourself completely satisfied and completely happy with high grade kits. Now, for some of those people who might be new to model kit building and don't understand some of the terms such as sprues and things like that, this is an example of what you're going to get inside a Gunpla box. This is from the Hyakushiki Master Grade 2.0, and as you can see, all the parts are molded on to the runner, which is this kind of holding plate that holds all the plastic parts on the actual kit itself, and they are molded onto it, and as you can see, it is all completely colored. So you won't often require painting for this, as it were. So I will detail more information in the second video, which is going to go over more in depth into the actual Gunpla building process, but for this video it is just the basics of what Gunpla is right for you. Now, some questions I've seen asked a lot is when sometimes you get a high grade, for example, let's just say, and it says HGUC. Does that mean it's a different scale? Or is it something completely different? No. What the UC stands for is Universal Century, which is a subline of the Gunpla universe, which is only tailored around the Universal Century, which is a universe within Gundam, which includes things like Unicorn, the original Gundam series, Gundam Thunderbolt, and series that tailor to more towards the Earth Federation and the Xeon conflict. So, usually you'll just have to only focus on the high grade, master grade, or perfect grade part. Any other part of that description is often just tailored towards more what universe this kit belongs to. Now, something that might be something that you might come across is when you find a kit that has a box that is all monochrome in one color. Those can often imply two things. Either it's a premium Bandai kit, or it's a clear color kit. Now, when talking about premium Bandai kits, they are more on the rare side to find, and they are going to be a little bit more pricey due to them being, as it states in the name, premium. But they often give you the best of the best when it comes to what Gunpla has to offer. But that's not to say that regular releases don't stand up to it as well, because more often than not, premium Bandai are just recolors or just redesigns of an already established kit. So this is just a subline that Bandai have for their Gunpla kits, and you'll find some cool things on premium Bandai, and you'll find some pretty cool model kits in general. Some are just recolors, like I've stated, but like for example the G-Line Standard, that is a line of kits that is brand new and exclusive to the premium Bandai line, and other kits such as, say for example, the Zeta high grade, the 88 Zeta, that is similar to the regular release high grade, but there are some differences that make it stand out from the regular Zeta high grade. Now, wrapping up on all that's been said, when thinking about buying Gunpla or choosing your first kit, think about things like difficulty or where you feel comfortable jumping in. If you feel like you're comfortable jumping in at a more advanced level, you can tackle a high grade or a master grade even. If you don't feel that comfortable and you just want to kind of skim the waters on, you know, where you may be on Gunpla building level, you can easily take a high grade again, or maybe dip your toe into a entry grade kit, or even a super deformed kit, also known as SD. So, either way, when it comes to buying Gunpla or picking what kit is right for you, that is your personal preference. Just consider things such as how big the kit will be, how difficult it will be to build, and don't feel afraid to make mistakes. This is all just a learning process. Every person that builds Gunpla, every time, they're learning something new when they build it. I have been building Gunpla for the past 13 years, and I am still learning new and new techniques. Don't be afraid to check online and look on socials to find some inspiration or some techniques or any ways of improving your skills. Now, this is where I will end this video off. There will be a second part to this where it will go more into the depth of the actual building process, where I will be putting together the Master Grade Hyakushiki 2.0, and you will be able to learn hopefully a few things that I've learned over the years of building Gunpla, and hopefully that will help you. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and if you want, share it with your friends and help get the kind of Gunpla train rolling in your community. I'm a part of a big community here, especially in the UK, called the Backloggers. I will leave a link to the Discord in my description. And please, any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. Thank you so much for coming and watching, and I will catch you guys in the second part.